Hello everyone, welcome to the Mixed Media Mania YouTube hop. We have a lineup of awesome artists and tons of prizes to give away. Hops are great because you get to see some art from your favorite artists, and you also get to discover new artists along the way. This hop will run for 1 week starting April 20th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will hop from one video to the next via a card at the end of my video or a link in the description. And each stop will have at least 2 prizes. One is the winner's choice of digital images being released this week at Unwow Studio, and the second is a grab bag of Viva Las Vegas Stamps rubber stamps. In my video, you will also have a chance to win one of my handmade mini art journals, and you could also be the winner of one of several prize packs from different sponsors. And I'll get to all the info about how to enter and everything and all the different prizes we have at the end of the video. So let's get started into the project that I made. I'm starting out my Strathmore visual journal with the Dina Wakley clear stamps called Funky Faces, and I stamped that with archival ink in watering can all over my page. And then I'm also taking the Dina Wakley clear stamps in scribbly circles background and stamping that randomly around the background. Then I'm taking one of my favorite new stencils from Dina Wakley called Funky Silhouettes, and this is the small pack. I'm gonna have to double check the name of these because I think they're both, there's 2 of them. There's one stencil that has, I think, 6 little silhouettes, and the other stencil has 2, so I'll have to check what the little one's called. But I'm just outlining my stencil with a Stabilo Mark-Saw, and that pencil is water reactive, and that's why I used it, because once I start adding my paint, you'll see why I chose to use this pencil. But I'm just going to outline the 3 of them together in the middle of the page and start adding some of my paints. The paints I'm using are Dina Wakley Media Acrylics. I'm starting out with fuchsia and adding a touch of magenta, and I'm just trying to blend it in, concentrating the darker color towards the edge to make it look like a little bit of a shadow. And I'm also going to add some tangerine to that. And when I start applying that, you're going to see why I chose this Stabilo Mark-Saw. When you touch the wet paint to it, because it's water reactive, it activates that pencil and makes the line kind of dissolve and feather out a bit and look darker. And that's why I chose it, because I knew when I added the paint to it, I would get an effortless kind of shadow line, which is what I was going for. With my middle silhouette, I'm also going to start the same way with the fuchsia and the magenta. And I'm also going to add the tangerine. And then once I get to the 3rd silhouette, I'm going to decide to add more colors. So I added a pop of turquoise into the first one that I colored. And then I'm just going to add the turquoise and the fuchsia onto my 3rd silhouette. And when they mix, they make this really nice purple color. And I'm still using the magenta and the tangerine. And once they're all colored in, I'm going to take some watered down lime from Dina Wakley Media and just kind of scribble that all over the sides of my page. And then I'm going to take some scribble stick in lime and apply it to my funky circles stamp. First I sprayed the stamp with water, then I applied the lime scribble stick, and then I'm going to stamp it onto my page. And now I have a night scribble stick, and I'm just going to add a little bit of a line for my silhouettes to kind of separate the background from the foreground. And I'm going to activate that with water. And then once I activated it, it wasn't dark enough for me. So I'm just going to add some of the night paint, the actual paint color, the acrylic paint color, to darken that up a bit. And I'm just using water to blend that out. And I dried that, and now I'm going to add another layer to make it a little bit darker. Now I have the Scribble stick in turquoise, and I just want to add a little bit more color into the top of my background there. And I liked it on the white, but I wasn't so crazy about how it looked against the lime. So I added a little more water and tried to make it a little lighter. And then I also added some, I think that's blackberry, the Scribble stick, but I didn't like that at all, so I tried to blot that up. So now I'm taking a paintbrush with water on it and trying to activate more of that Stabilo line, but then I eventually take a Scribble stick in black to darken that line, to kind of like make it look, the silhouettes kind of look smoky, like they're kind of like appearing there in the middle. And after I do that to both sides, I'm taking a Fineliner that has white acrylic paint and airbrush medium. And airbrush medium is essentially a medium that you add to paint to make it more fluid, but without losing any of the pigmentation, like water. When you add water to acrylic paint, you lose the pigmentation. So the airbrush medium, you can add to your acrylic paint, and you theoretically won't lose any of the color or the pigmentation, but it makes it easier to flow through, for example, an airbrush machine. But in this case, it makes it easier to flow through the really thin tip of the Fineliner. And I'm just kind of sketchily outlining my figures. And then I'm also going to highlight that line that I made with the Scribble stick. And now I have a Dilutions paint pen in black marble, and I'm going to write a quote all along the like black Scribble stick curve that I have there by my silhouettes. And it says, what is a ship without the sea, and who am I without this life that happened to me? It's a quote I found on Pinterest that I really enjoyed, so I just wrote that across the top. And then I'm also going to take a black Jelly Roll pen and write that exact same quote across the bodies of some of my silhouettes. And this pen, when I first got it, worked really great, but now it doesn't write that good along the paint. It kind of skips quite a bit, but I did my best and tried to write it all along their bodies. And then I'm also writing the same quote there in a white Jelly Roll pen across that that line. And that is my project. I hope you enjoyed it, and here are some still pictures to look at while we get into the details of how you can win some prizes in the hop. So like I said, there's going to be at least 2 prizes at every single stop. The winner's choice of digital images being released this week from Wow Studio, and also a grab bag of stamps from Viva Las Vegas Stamp. And this is a picture of some of the sponsors of prizes that we have. So there's going to be at least 2 prizes at every stop, but there could be up to 4, because some of the other stops, the artist is also offering a prize, and then you could also win one of the sponsor prizes. So my channel will have at least 3 prizes, if not 4, including one of the sponsor prizes. The extra prize on my channel is going to be a handmade mini journal, and or the possible 4th prize could be one of these prizes from the sponsors. And I'm just going to tell you some of the prizes that we have. They're pretty amazing. From 7 Studio, we have a $35 prize pack, a $25 gift certificate from All In Create, some clear resin, and amazing mold putty from Amazing Casting Products, a $50 gift certificate from Blitsy, a prize pack of 7 Gypsies, Canvas Core, and Tattered Angels from Canvas Core Brands, a prize pack from Carabelle Studio, a DecoArt Media Starter Kit from DecoArt. From Gel Press, we have a pack of Petite printing plates in Style B. Marabu is generously offering 2 prize packs of a $50 value, and Ranger Ink is also offering a prize pack. So in order to win, what you need to do is comment down below on my video, and if you could also, you can comment anything you want, but I would also like you to include your country, the country that you live in, because some of the sponsor prizes are US only, unfortunately. So any comment you want, including the country that you live in. You have 1 week to comment on my video and the other videos in the hop, and then I will choose the winner of the mini journal, and then Carissa and DeeDee, who are the sponsors or the creators of this hop, will choose via random.org the sponsor prize winners, and they will be chosen. Well, the deadline is the 30th, so then they'll pick the winners, and they'll be announced on Carissa and DeeDee's blogs, which I'll also have linked below. And on the end card here, you can click to go to the very next video on the hop, but I will also have the next video on the hop linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you discover some new channels to watch and support, and good luck winning some of these amazing prizes, and thanks again for watching. Bye bye, guys.